full of practical things that you can really use.
Tools that I can use in my everyday life.
So now the question is, audience, is this just another black shirt? So Keith, the audience doesn't think it's a black shirt, but you and I, we know it's a black shirt. Tell me, what do you think?
I think it's a black shirt.
I think it's a black shirt. I think you're right. Audience, is this another black shirt? No. Okay, so now you understand that we could stand here for another hour till the tape runs out, and they're not going to convince you, and you and I, we're not going to convince them, right?
Correct.
So what do you think we should do to resolve this?
Look at both sides.
Look at both sides. You're a great problem solver. Thank you, Keith. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you may not remember much of what you hear today, but I'd like you to please remember one thing. Everything in life is a black shirt.
I loved it. I have twins, and they argue all the time, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to go home and share this concept with them.
And so they are right. It looks like this to them. You are right. It looks like this to you. So what do? On your second page of your handout, you will see the steps.
Very inspiring, very educational.
It was short, it was sweet, and it was to the point.
So it is not you trying to dominate me trying to dominate you, make us look bad. It is really trying to understand and figure out the other person's position. What I've learned from years of listening to arguments is it's not what, it's why.
Fun, upbeat, humorous, joyful, from the heart.
So you ask the other person what their position is. They're going to say A, B, C, Y, D, E, F, and then you must, when you open your mouth, you're only allowed to repeat their position. You don't have to agree with it about the judge or about the shirt or about the travel. But you let them know that you get it. Two fabulous things happen neuropsychologically. One is you get it, and they don't have to say it again. And two, we're all smart people here. And our brain is used to hearing our voice come into our ears and say, by golly, you're right. When we are stating the other person's position, our brain, through our auditory nerve, hears our voice stating the other position and says, by golly, you've got a point there. There are sparkles on the other side of the shirt. I never realized that before. So it literally opens our minds to hear our voice state the other position. Then tables are turned. You say, okay, I'd like to just explain my position and why. I don't want to argue with you. I just want to explain my position and why. You say QRST because XYZ. Now, they haven't had this training, so they may not think that they should respond. You can say, you know, I'm not sure I made myself clear. I'm not sure that you understand. I didn't have my thoughts together when I said it. I just want to make sure. Would you mind giving me back what you think my position is? And then you'll hear what they have to say. If it isn't accurate, don't say no, because that's a put down. That's an argument. Say, you know, that's interesting. That's close to what I was thinking, but I was really thinking this with this nuance, okay?
Direct and to the point, and it was definitely entertaining.
She was really funny, intelligent, engaging. My mind didn't wander.
They've stated their position, you've repeated it. Now, you've stated your position, they've repeated it. Round two, you can only discuss a solution. You cannot discuss why the other person is wrong. You cannot discuss what's wrong with them. You cannot discuss history, that they've always done this and they've never been right. You can only discuss a solution. A very interesting thing happens. Now we have two people trying to find a solution. And they may be on a sales team. They may be in a family. They may be somebody trying to sell somebody something. But the point is, you have two brains, two people trying to solve the problem, not trying to prove that the other person is wrong. And no matter what you know about team development or sales, you can see that this is an essential ingredient in building that bridge and making the result happen.
She grabbed the crowd's attention. I think she's fantastic. She's hilarious.
The mother goes first, and she says, he lies. He lies all the time. He lies. He tells me he's going here, and he goes there, and he lies all the time, so he's grounded. And now he wants to go somewhere, and I'm not going to let him go. He's grounded because he lies. And he's irresponsible, and he doesn't pick up his socks. Okay. Okay, kid, can you give me your mother's position? Look at her, he says. You know, I really don't tell the truth all the time, because they only let me go in certain areas, like 1 or 2 blocks away. I'm 14 years old. I want to be able to go see other friends on my bicycle, so I tell them I'm going someplace close and I'm really going far. I know I lie. I know that I have not been honest with them, and I have not been responsible, but I'm doing better in school now. Okay. Kid, now it's your turn. I met this girl, and she goes to another school. And the only way I can see her is if I go to the fair. But I'm grounded, I can't go. I'm grounded because I've lied before, but I really want to go see her. And the only way I can go is if I go to the fair on Saturday. Mom, can you give him his position? Well, he lies. Okay, I got that. He lies all the time. He lies about Charlie, he lies about Paul. I got that, and the socks are on the floor. But what does he want? She says, well, I know he's told me about this girl, and she's in the band, and he's in the band, and he sings, and I know he'd like to see her, but he can't go because he's grounded. I said, okay, now we all understand each other's position. I'm only 3 minutes into this. Can somebody come up with a solution? The kid says, well, I could go with my brother Paul. He's 16, he drives, he has a cell phone, and I'll call every 15 minutes from Paul's phone so you'll know I'm really where I say I'm going to be. The mother says, well, you don't have to call every 15 minutes. You got it. The boy looks at me like, I love you. Oh my God. The father looks at me like, how did you do that? By not telling the mother she's wrong. She's looking at the other side of the shirt. Of course she has a valid position. But if you tell somebody that they're wrong, they have to defend that position, and they can't move from it because it's a total defeat.
I wish I would have had college professors that would have talked like her. I'd come and listen to her anytime.
What stops the argument cold is if you look the other person in the eye and say, I'd really like to understand. What is it that you want? I'd like to understand. Why is it that you want that? And ask them. And then say to them, you know, that's pretty interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Obviously, if you thought about that, that would have been your position. Let me just explain to you what I want and why. And let's see if we can come up with a solution. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate that you've given me this hour of your time. I hope I've given you some food for thought. And I will be outside if you have any questions. Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful friend. Thank you.